Blessings, love. And this is my offering to the divine Venus retrograde journey in Gemini that is upon us and that belongs to us all. And this journey is available to all those who are open to receiving, all of those who are willing to come closer to their own heart and soul, and to how the mind plays the biggest role in your human experience at this time, now and always. We are awakening as a species, awakening into many dimensions, awakening into many lies and deceptions. And that causes a lot of pain and tension and dysfunction and disease within the physical body. And the physical body is the transmuter for the mental and the emotional and the spiritual body. The physical body is the vessel for the human experience, the soul's experience on earth. And I've had a very difficult time with my physical body as a young human growing up. And it's only in the last 7.5 to 8 years that I have created an intentional willingness to get to know my physical body and to stop harming myself and trying to destroy myself. The power of Venus, Goddess Venus, as I am, as you are, is an energy pathway, an energy line for deep soul healing. Goddess consciousness is returning to this planet, and it is so important for all humans to learn to slow down and connect to the feminine aspect of God that we are all longing for. The goddess, the feminine aspect of God that lives within all human beings and all sentient life on earth. The feminine aspect of God that is asking us to come back into the physical body. The confrontation of pain and inflammation and grief, trauma. So many parts of our physical body have not been touched ever by us or by another person. And a lot of us have had our bodies abused and used by people that have caused us to shut down completely to ourselves. And that abuse may be continuing because it is the most comfortable and comforting thing, even though it's self-destructive, where we allow for people to use our bodies and hurt our bodies and just degrade our bodies. And when we can have a willing intention to reclaim ourselves before we fully destroy ourselves. And this truly is for all of the young people who are trapped in self-destruction at this time. I wish for you to learn self-nurturing over self-harm. That's one thing that I wish somebody would have taught me in this world. I learned so many self-harming tendencies as a young person growing up, but I never learned self-nurturing practices until I went into healthcare professions and learned skills and met with different mentors, and people willingly shared beautiful things, and realizing that a lot of us have grown up in a world where no one teaches us anything unless we fucking pay for it. And so a lot of what I do here on the internet is truly to bring consciousness into the fact that self-nurturing and self-care is free. It's art. It's very challenging. It's very confronting. It's very triggering. It's very necessary for us all to explore the concept of what conscious self-nurturing care can look like for us. And so one practice that I really wish for all humans to learn to do is to connect to the anterior part of the human body, the front of the body, especially into the chest, and especially into the abdomen, to help bring down anxiety in the physical body. And I also put myself out there and my physical body out there to show you that you deserve to take care of your body no matter what it looks like. And I have been at war with my body my entire life because I felt as if it needed to look a certain way in order for it to be worthy. And we know that's not true. And so when I nourish and nurture my physical body and I touch the cells of my body and I connect to the tensions and I connect to the nervous cycles and all of the flow of my body, the blood in my body, the lymphatic system in my body, the nervous system in my body, the muscular system in this body, the digestive system in this body, the enteric nervous system, the brain of the gut that is just being crushed by autonomic stress tension. And so if you can come back into your body and give yourself at least 10 minutes a day, and this can grow, this practice can grow. You can use any food grade organic oil to nourish and nurture your tissues every single day. This is something that we can teach ourselves every day. We just practice, we come back into our bodies by practicing nourishing our bodies. So we always roll in a clockwise position for our digestive system runs in clockwise position. Oil on the chest. Humans with breast tissue, we need to massage our breasts every single day to promote lymphatic flow and blood flow. Humans with bodies, humans with abdomens, we need to massage our bodies and massage our abdomens every single day to promote flow, to promote lymphatic flow, blood flow, digestive flow, life force flow. If there are parts of your body that are very sore to touch, gently working into tissues that have been congested, tissues that have been deprived of oxygen for so long because the surrounding structures are so tense and so tight because the nervous system is on hyperdrive. Nourishing self-touch and self-care brings the nervous system down. Nourishing touch to our families and our partners and our children and our people helps bring nervous systems down. Nurturing touch is what's missing from our culture and our lives. Every ancient culture, every culture that you come from has some form of indigenous soft tissue care, especially abdominal massage. There is so much dysfunction in digestive and reproductive health because there is so much congestion in the abdomen from the fact that we are fat phobic, belly phobic, we are afraid of pain, we are afraid of the fact that we don't understand how our body works. Do you know where your organs are? When you have uterine cramping, when you're PMSing, you can come to your body and nourish and nurture your body. Looking at pictures of the digestive organs and the reproductive organs while you massage yourself, so you can get to understand, like, wow, this is what's actually inside of me. This is inside of me. Feeling for the bottom of the sternum and go along your rib cage. Feel along the rib cage. You can see how there's so much tighter here on this side right now. I have been having some tension here for a little while, so I'm working into these patterns. And also go behind my back, right? Go with your knuckles. Press it into your rib cage. Just go all the way to your spine if you can. You can lean back. You can adjust your back, just doing that. Going slow, feeling the body, not rushing anything, not needing to get anywhere. You can use as much oil as you feel like you need. You can do this in the bathtub. You can do this laying down. Feeling all the way down to your pubic bone and around your genitals and around your vulva, all the way down in between your leg creases, just feel your body in the way that you've probably never felt. How many people have had their hands slapped away from them as a child? It's like, don't touch yourself, don't do that, that's dirty, don't do that. And then we never touch ourselves again. And the only time someone touches us there, it's somebody else. We need to come back to our own body, our own sensations. This is one of the tensest part of the human body, here and here. So, our rectus abdominis that runs from the sternum and the rib cage all the way down to the pubic bone, one muscle. So just imagine just going all the way down and feeling that. I know that there's so much tension in here, and I'm working on that and getting care for that. But there's mounted tension in this body from intense stress and trauma that I've experienced over the last few years. And having this time to just slow down and really connect to this tension. It's so painful and confronting sometimes. My body is always so grateful for the fact that I show up. It's all we're ever wanting is for somebody to show up for us. But like, are you willing to show up for yourself? Spending time feeling the soft tissues, not thinking, am I doing it right? Am I going to do something wrong? Am I going to bust something open? Your whole body is longing to have the waters mobilized. We're bringing the blood, flushing the blood, recognizing that we are a water being by nature, a fluid system by nature. Venus asks us to come back to our own heart and soul and really consider what it is to be a human being and what it is to pair bond and our obsession with monogamy and procreation before we even know ourselves. And what happened to our minds? We just got stuck on some linear pattern where we forget ourselves, we replicate, and our humans just become these triggers of all these unhealed pains in our bodies. So what would happen if we came back into our body? And what would happen if we allowed for Gemini power to ignite the mind, to reclaim the mind, and to look at all the ways that we've lying to ourselves about who we are, where we are, what we're doing, and why we're here? And who taught you to ignore your physical body? And who taught you to hate bodies? And who taught you to think that having adipose tissue on your abdomen is some sort of health crisis? You're allowed to have fatty tissues on your body. You're allowed to have fatty tissues on your body. Your fatty tissues are energy stores. They are part of your immunity. And there is a secret to be found in exploring ingrained misogyny, fat phobia, belly phobia. There are so many different kinds of humans on this planet, and you cannot judge the health of another human being by the way that they look. You cannot. You cannot. And there are so many different kinds of minds, infinite perceptions of the way that you're taking in how I present myself and how I make you feel. But I show up to transcend the fear of being vulnerable and to share knowledge that has transformed my life. Coming back into the body, getting to know your body, anatomy and physiology consciousness for your humans and for yourself. Realizing that touch will help cramping and pain. Touch will help flush oxygen into dysfunctional, tight, tense, cystic, inflamed areas. Reconnecting to the grief of our abandonment. Reconnecting to the grief of the dysfunction and the destruction of this planet for eons and eons, thousands of years. We are reclaiming our minds. We are reclaiming our bodies. We are reclaiming this earth. But the whole structure has to be seen, and it has to fall, and it has to be rebuilt from the ground up. There is no quick fix on the healing of your experience. We come back to this space every day. Our sadhana practice, our heart and soul practice, reseeding the light into this earth, reclaiming our energies for this earth, forgiving our energies that we have overspilled to the other that refuses to see the self. Our boundaries are beautiful. My self-care is a sacred act that I offer to you every day. To not give up, to not lose faith, to continue on.